Hey everybody, Nate Lee here, and we're going to talk about the 5 skills that you need to successfully call and play a tune in a jam session. Now, a lot of you know me from my workshops at Camp Bluegrass or Kaufman Camp or Nashville Acoustic Camps and so many others, and so you've been through this little workshop, if not there, then in your private lessons with me. And as you know, I'll ask you to tell me what are the 5 skills that you need to successfully call and perform a song in a jam session. And the most common answers that I get are skills that you do need, such as you need to know how to hold a pick, or you need to know how to make a string make a sound, or how to put your finger down on a note. And those are important. But this is a list of more targeted items that you need to be able to do if you want to call and successfully perform a song in a jam session. So we're going to go through each of those 5 skills. Some of them you probably already have for many of the songs you know. For a lot of you out there, you already know these 5 skills for every song that you play. And for some of you, this may be brand new information. So make sure to listen up, because this is going to change the way you jam and make you much more successful. So skill number 1 is you've got to be able to kick off the song in some manner. So if you're going to play, say, Red Hair Boy, well, you've got to kick it off somehow. It could be something like that, or it could be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Either of those works fine, but you've got to have a way to let everybody know that you're going to start the song and how fast that song is going to be. Now, if you use these, commonly known as 𝘀𝗴𝗲 or taters or many other names, if you're going to do those, then it's important to count how many are going to fit into your song. And we won't go into great detail with that right now, but you've got to identify if your song has pickup notes and how many of them are there. Now, for a lot of songs, there aren't any, and you can play a full set of 𝘀𝗴𝗲s. In this case, 𝘀𝗴𝗲, 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 𝘀𝗴𝗲 would be 4 𝘀𝗴𝗲s, a set of 4 𝘀𝗴𝗲s or 4 taters. And then for Red Hair Boy, because it often doesn't have pickup notes, you can go right into it. Now, if you're going to count off a song, you need the same information. You need to know, does it have pickup notes? And if it does, you've got to adjust your pickup notes accordingly. Now, the count I did today was for a song that didn't have pickup notes, and so it can just be counted out. And the best way to count a song in 4/4 in a jam session is not just to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead, you should give it 2 slow counts. So that means you go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you do that, you want to count in such a way that people can hear in the inflection of your voice when you're going to be done counting and when the song is going to start. So that means your inflection should be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Your voice goes up, and you can hear it preparing to set down that last beat, signaling people that you're about to stop counting. So here that is again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. So that's 2 ways to kick off a song. There are other ways, of course, but they are the 2 most common ways would be the count off and the taters. Now that's skill number 1. Skill number 2 is that you've got to be able to play the melody to the song you're going to play, or if it's a lyrical, it's a singing song, to be able to sing the lyrics to the song. Because you just called the song, you've got to be able to play it or sing it. So that's skill number 2, is you need to know the melody, and if there's words, you need to know that too. Now skill number 3 is you've got to be able to play backup. If you don't do that, you're going to spend a lot of time sitting around just watching everybody else play and doing nothing. Because if you're in a jam session of, say, 8 people, even if you kick off the song, well, you're going to get a kickoff solo, and then when it comes back around to you, you get 1 solo before you end it, typically. That means there's going to be 7 times through the song that you have nothing to do. You just sit there, because it's rude for you to keep playing your melody if you're in a bluegrass format. It's rude to be quietly practicing. Don't do that. That'll make you a jam buster. You don't want to do that. So what do you do instead? Well, you learn to play backup and you support the other people who are taking their solos. So you've got to be able to play some kind of chords to the song you just called. And you should know these chords as well as you know the melody, if not better. You should know it so well that you could talk about why you need to know the chords to a song while you play those chords. The reason being that, do unto others, you want to support the other players, and you want to make sure that everybody has a chance to play the best they possibly can. And if they have a solid background, well, it's a lot easier. It's just like somebody holding them steady. When they take the training wheels off their bike, somebody there to grab them if they fall. All right, so we've got our kickoff. You've got to be able to play a kickoff. You've got to be able to play your melody or sing your lyrics. You've got to be able to play backup. Now, the fourth skill is the ending, and I just played one. The old shave and a haircut. You've got to be able to end the song somehow. It can be as simple as kicking up your foot when you're almost done with the last B part. Right here, kick up a foot. So you would just literally put your foot out. If your foot's like this on the floor, you put it out into the middle of the jam. And that lets everybody know you're going to stop. So usually the best place to do that is the third phrase of the last B part. So if we've got this, somewhere around here. Now, at that point, you can just stop. It's totally okay. Or you can put an ending on it like a... Whatever you want to put is okay. You can put an ending or you can just kick up a foot. Either way, you've ended the song. Now for the last skill, and this is the one almost nobody has ever guessed right in the workshops. There is a fifth skill that you need to successfully call and pull off this song in a jam session. So if you'd like, take a moment to think about that. Feel free to pause the video and think about what could that last skill be? Think about from start of the song to the end. What thing have we not talked about? The answer is transitions. You've got to be able to transition from your kickoff to your melody. You've got to be able to transition from your melody to your chords. You've got to be able to transition from your chords back to your melody and transition from your melody to your ending. Because you could have the other four skills down perfectly, but if you don't have a way to transition between them, you're going to end up stopping in between them. And that could actually cause the whole jam to grind to a halt. And when you call a tune, it is your responsibility to have everything together so that the jam can be as successful as possible. So remember these 5 skills when you're getting ready for your next jam session. You've got to be able to kick off the tune, play or sing the melody, play backup, play an ending or signal an ending, and transition between those 5 items. So happy jamming, happy time, have fun implementing that. And if you need some help, just send a message. You can join my Play Well, Play Nately Facebook group and ask questions there. Or send me a message or go to playnately.com and sign up for a lesson with me. And I'll see you there. Bye.